First of all, thanks to Expansive Worlds for giving us the chance to play Call of the Wild the Angler a few days before its official release. On this occasion, we're gonna try to get ourselves a big Kokanee salmon. It's actually a species I haven't caught yet, and this time I'll be fishing them for the first time. It should be interesting because they are quite tricky to catch. I mean, as far as I know, they only bite lures, and they inhabit only a few locations, being this body of water down here one of the few places where you can find Kokanee salmon. You can also find them across this river, but on this occasion we're gonna focus mainly on the bottom region, and we'll be using the best bait casting gear you can buy on this game. It only took me like 12 hours to have the money to buy it, and essentially we're starting and we already have the best rod in game, the best reel, and the best line. And gotta be honest, it was really easy to get the money, so I think that eventually they should increase the prices, because it should take way more time to get the best rig. Oh, that might be a salmon. There we go, 1940 gold Kokanee salmon. Beautiful fish. I would say the fish models are one of the most positive things about this game, because it's true that there are many aspects that can be improved. But in my opinion, the fish models look amazing. This one is quite big too. I don't know the exact weight required for diamond, but I imagine it is around 2 kgs, 4.4 pounds. One of the things I've noticed is that the jerkbait only works with a certain size of fish. The jerkbait is the lure we're using on this occasion, and it only seems to work with the fish that are big enough to bite it. The ones that are too small always ignore the lure because I guess it is too big for them. For instance, in the case of the Kokanee salmon, anything smaller than a gold will ignore the jerkbait, while in the case of other species like Pike, for example, it will work even for juveniles because they are a bigger species, and the juvenile pike might be as big as a gold salmon, so they have the proper size to bite the lure. As you can see, that salmon is probably a silver, so it ain't gonna bite the lure because it's not big enough. Alright, this seems to be a nice spot to keep casting and hopefully catch a diamond salmon. As you can see, there are plenty of them on the surface, which frankly is not realistic, but we're here to have fun and to catch a big male. I actually love we get the freedom to drive around the lakes. It's just really entertaining to try to spot a big fish on the surface. Although I gotta say that it would be great to give more weight to bottom fishing, because right now it's way more rewarding to just cast on the surface than to do bottom fishing. You know, casting on the surface is fun, catching a lot of fish and spotting a lot of fish is fun, especially being a beginner, but a bigger challenge would be appreciated, because this beautiful open world has a lot of potential. Alright. Again, we're using the best rod in the game, so it only takes a few seconds to catch any fish. And well, at the moment we're fishing a relatively small species, so it's gonna be even quicker. Seems to be a big boy. We are just gonna hold the left mouse button to reel in, and we shouldn't have any issue to catch this boy. Which is in fact a thick salmon, probably not big enough to make diamond, but it really looks bigger than the last gulls we've gotten. Alright, 1.95 kilograms and 2145 score. In fact, the heavy salmon we've caught so far. Still not the size we're looking for though. We want a diamond and I'ma do my best to get one today. Another big boy. Okay, I've been fishing salmon for the last 2 hours, and now I think it's time for a change. We failed to get a diamond on this occasion, so now we're gonna try our luck by fishing some pike. We're on a fantastic location to catch pike, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, also rainbow trout, and the occasional catfish. I mean, it's nice if you actually want to spot the fish on the surface, because the amount of fish that come to the top on this area is insane. So from a realistic standpoint, it's actually a terrible spot, but it's perfect if you just want to casually catch a lot of fish. Oh look, I believe that was a big largemouth, so we're gonna do a short cast, and hopefully he bites the lure. Right there, gotta be the one we saw. We got him. Let's reel in. And here we have it. It ain't too big though, it's just a silver. That one might be bigger. I haven't caught many largemouth actually, so I don't know exactly how big a gold or diamond should look. Well, in fact this one is a gold, so not a bad start. We are yet to catch a pike, but I just spotted another decent sized bass. Right there. Smallmouth. Gold smallmouth. Not too bad. Not sure if there is any specific technique that has to be used to get a pike, because at the moment we're catching everything except pike, or maybe we need to use another lure, because they might not be interested in such a small yearbait. And as for this guy, we have a 4975 gold. Oh, a pike! We gotta catch him, it looks really big. And it's also the perfect situation to test if the small yearbait actually works. On pike, I mean. Okay, he's gonna bite. Alright, I would expect a decent fight, but I guess this rod is way too powerful. So you know, might be a good idea to increase the challenge by going back to using a weaker rod, just for the sake of having longer fights. Whoa, 8.49 kgs, that is almost a 20 pounder, and I'm pretty sure it ain't too far from diamond. It's almost a meter long, really long pike, and look at the size, it looks gigantic. I'm really happy with this fish, but you know, it would have been cool to have a longer fight. Alright, as you might notice, now I'm using a spinning rod, which is significantly weaker than the bait casting rod I was using, but still powerful, although in this case it is having a hard time pulling this fish, which probably means it is a monster. I wanna think it is, look at that, it's getting far, it's really pulling, fighting hard, and I'm trying to do a bit of pumping here, but it's a strong fish. I guess it is another huge pike because it's taking a lot of line, and it's definitely gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna require a good amount of patience, which is exactly the kind of challenge I wanted, so I'ma hold here, and let's try to reel in slowly. Eventually it's gonna get tired, and we're gonna be able to pull him closer. We are finally starting to gain some meters, very slowly, but we are finally able to reel in. 71, come on, 67, he's doing his best, 55, come on, 50, let's go, getting closer, below 40, my bet is on a huge pike, but we cannot be sure, I haven't seen it, finally getting below 30, 25, you can actually feel the tension, feel the weight of the fish. And as you can see, I'm keeping the rod low because I don't like that the camera follows the rod. It's something that can get annoying, especially on long fights. Anyway, we're below 10, 8, 6, 4, come on. That's it. It's a giant pike. Now, I would be surprised if that isn't a diamond, because that is a massive golden trout. In fact, their diamonds actually seem to be quite common, so it wouldn't be surprised if this is actually a diamond golden trout. It's hooked. Well, kinda. I mean a bit, but it's not really hooked. That's weird. Okay, now it's actually hooked. It's ours. Probably a diamond. Let's see. Here we go. Diamond golden trout. With a weight of 4.5 kgs, which is really close to 10 pounds, we just got our third diamond golden trout. Kinda common, but beautiful. What? Is that another diamond? I don't know, it also looks huge. We could have back-to-back diamonds, but the thing is that, in the case of the golden trout, they seem to be way too common. So obviously they are not too special. Would be a good idea to increase the weight at which they make diamond, because right now they seem to be spawning a lot. It's a diamond, which is a bit smaller than the last one, but big enough to be our fourth diamond. No way. Not even 3 minutes after the last diamond. And there we have what seems to be the third diamond in the span of only 5 minutes. Without any doubt, these guys are spawning way too much. The weird thing though is that before coming to this location, I came across with probably more than 100 golden trouts, and I didn't notice anything weird. Well, actually I got 2 diamonds a couple days ago, but after that everything seemed to be fine. So perhaps it's only on certain locations that they spawn a lot, but regardless of that, this has to be adjusted.